Dragondark, the Archive Trilogy, Book 1, The Red Orb, by Craig DeBoard. Wiping the sweat from his brow and short black hair, Aaron Starrin looked at the sky. He would finally make it home tomorrow where his wife and son were, out of this inferno desert. Watching the flying buzzards overhead, he adjusted his sitting on the wooden bench of the wagon and saw another wagon that had stopped. Stopping in the desert during the daytime wasn't an action anyone took, except for a moment or two. There was no reason. Keep moving. Don't wait to die from exposure, or worse. Feeling the Kopesh blades he always traveled with for protection, Aaron was ready. He was well trained with the curved swords. Bandit ambushes weren't uncommon in the desert. Not trusting the stopped wagon, Aaron thought of his cargo he had acquired in Port Skell. If it was more bandits, there would be no hiding this time. Drawing closer to the stopped wagon, Aaron saw a man, woman, and a small girl kneeling next to a body of another small girl. He could see the girl was sick, and the family who cried for her were facing the inevitable. Famine was killing her. The people of the Eltomath kingdom were starving. Aaron rode closer, thinking of the hunger of his own family. The father saw Aaron and ran toward him. "Please, something! My daughter needs food!" the man said, running beside Aaron's wagon. Aaron looked at his hands holding the reins to the horses, trying to ignore the man. "Please!" Looking at the girl who cried for her sister, Aaron's heart began to break for the family. No one should have to suffer this. But he couldn't. His own family needed him. Thinking of them, Aaron pressed forward. The mother stood. "Sir, please, my daughter will die if she doesn't get food!" Pretending not to hear them, Aaron continued to roll past. He knew what desperation to feed his loved ones meant. Turning angry, the father began hurling insults at Aaron, while the mother began hurling rocks. Still, he rolled on. Later that evening, rubbing a welt on his shoulder from one of the rocks, Aaron warmed himself at the campfire near the wagon. He didn't want to camp, but the horses needed rest. He pulled his long, black leather trench coat closer. "Almost home," he said to the horses. Hearing another wagon, Aaron peered into the darkness. It took a moment for his eyes to adjust. When they did, the family he had seen earlier came into vision. He ignored their wagon. They seemed to ignore him too, or didn't see the campfire burning. Aaron wasn't sure which, and after a few minutes, it didn't matter. They were gone. Aaron slept. Arriving in Gemaroth the next day, Aaron rode the covered wagon to a small farm. It should have felt good to be home. It didn't. Something felt odd. Passing a neighbor's field, he saw the same family again, this time burying their dead. Aaron allowed them privacy and went home to his wife, Gabrielle, and his son, Gory.